Welcome to my next installment for our next animatronics project. I have my handy dandy daughter and excellent audio videographer, Addy. How you doing?
Hi, good.
So what we're going to do is, I was kind of thinking I had to do a couple side projects for my wife, but now I spent some time seeing what's out there, what else can I do, and I saw Adafruit has a pump and vacuum system, so where you can pump air, air intake here, and then you can inflate something and then deflate it, and we'll get to that in a minute. But as you can see, I didn't, if you go to Adafruit, you'll see that they sell these and they have a demo and everything's laying down and it vibrates, but I went ahead and just 3D printed some holders. Yeah, good job. And it kind of worked out great, and I got my little transfer, my solenoid that will, close off the different valves when I'm inflating versus deflating. And then the other cool thing is I've been doing all these projects with the Feather Wing and the Adafruits, and it's great. It really is. Lets me control things over the internet or through my phone or computer. But then I saw they had a little video on the Crickit system, which is basically robots in a box, everything you need. So I would check out the Crickit on Adafruit.com because they'll give you way more specs than I have memory for. But the cool thing is that I can hook up different outputs. I can also have motors, like I have these guys hooked up to, they allow for 2 motors. And then I can also do a NeoPixel, which you'll see soon. We're going to incorporate that when we talk about the project. Some touch capacity, so if I touch something, it could talk or whatever. Sorry, I got a little out of focus.
It's okay.
But you can touch different things on this project, and it'll respond, whether playing audio or move or light up or whatever. And then just different lights and stuff that I'm going to talk about, and it allows for 4 motors. So I have 4, right now I have 2 of them hooked up. So we'll talk about this, but allows you to control all this. And lastly, let's talk power. I use a 3 AA batteries, and I 3D printed the stand that Adafruit made available. I think it was somebody brothers, anyway, I don't want to disrespect. So anyway, it's a nice little holder. I can slip it right up in there and it'll hold. And then but that's basically it. What we're going to do, we're going to tackle making this come alive with Addy and Brooklyn with the paddles of power. So stay tuned for our next episode. All right, so we're ready to set up a demo. Had to install batteries and then had to do a quick resolder because the wire came attached. But here's the gist of it. When it's going to kick off, in theory, Addy's going to start talking, and then over here we're going to have Brooklyn. She's going to rotate. You'll see it spin. These are going to light up. This is going to inflate really big. They're going to hold the paddle of power, and then she'll say some reverse spell, and then it'll deflate. So, without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, the paddles of power, and this will be replaced, this little light's just for decoration, but it'll be a NeoPixel. But see, when it's dark, it'll shine, it'll reflect off. But see, they're using their mystical powers. Inflate and hold, and hopefully I can get somebody to suspend up here, and then they're going to release him after a period of time. But I did a short delay just to show that it inflates and deflates. And then my little motor will move. And then he moves.
Yeah. The scariest part about it is like the balloon not popping.
Yeah, so I do this for 12.5 seconds to inflate. And so I don't put wear on the vacuum. I do it for 9 seconds so that there's a 3 seconds of air. And you'll see, so I don't want to deflate it to where it's sucking, like a vacuum, right? You don't want it to shrivel up all the way. But I need to tweak it to get it just a little more down, but that'll be in the final product. This is all about prototyping.
Yeah, and see the gist of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of work everything together. So next time I'll have everybody kind of lined up and we'll tweak this little balloon thing when I get my other parts in. So stay tuned.